And we are back with Team Quarantine going up against LAGr. Both these teams are coming off the back of a loss in week number 1, and we'll be looking to bounce back here, Harry.
Yeah, so certainly a tricky matchup for both teams because, like you said, you've not got the ideal start that you wanted. Looking at some of the names that we have on both of these teams are players that I used to come up against often. Desire, back in the day, I'm trying to think back in 2017, whenever I would come up against him and he picked up a sniper, I just put my controller down. I just knew I was getting headshotted straight away. So if he can continue the form that he was hitting against me in 2017, I think he'll be okay. And also Nova is a French player, I believe, that again in 2017 used to wreck me all the time in Arena. So we'll have to see whether or not these guys have sort of learned to play. I use the term play outside of the game quite a lot, but really at this level, to start chalking wins up here in the double series, you have to start thinking outside of the box. You have to start thinking outside of just what your Spartan sees. You have to start thinking of the map as a whole and really start to think, okay, where should I be next to put my team in a position to either grab the next power weapon, power up, or be in a position to win the game. So we'll have to see whether or not these Arena kids have sort of, transitioned towards, having a greater sense of outer self, so to speak.
You see Harry calling them Arena kids, but as you can already tell, Harry said, well, they were used to destroy me back in 2017, so if they were doing it then, they're most likely going to do it now, you see.
Take offense to that. I've matured like a fine wine.
As Nova and Sinistrale will be looking to bounce back as they were taken down. I actually had them predicted in week 1 to get a victory 3-1, but Xertos and Penguin Gore took them down quite convincingly as well, so you maybe fancy Desire and Kika to maybe press home this and maybe get the first win on the board.
Yeah, well, like I said, again, Desire was one of those players that really, really impressed me back in the day. I mean, looking at his KD throughout the qualifiers so far, 1.3, very, very close to a 1.4, which in Halo, as we all know, where you're almost throwing away deaths left and right just to put your team in the best position to succeed, is very, very impressive. So we'll have to see, again, whether or not he can transition that into these Europa double series matches that really matter.
Yeah, we're back over to Truth now, as maybe Desire and Kika can have better luck on it than Jersey Esports did. That much is for sure. As Desire sprints out onto the P side and will look to get any information he can. Didn't see a player there, it would seem. He's going to go for the flank, but that will give camouflage over to Nova. But immediately he's taken down as he's caught unawares. He didn't. That's great play, you have to say, from Desire, as Nova had no idea he was going to come from that side of P.
Yep, perfect start here for Quarantined as they will be escalating into a 2-0 advantage. Camouflage, trying to see where that's gone. No idea where that's gone, so I'm guessing it's been
Nova had the camouflage, which Desire was able to get the kill onto him. So they will have that audio cue. You'd have to say Desire might have heard him putting it into his chest, so they will have the time on it, you'd have to feel, if we get back around there for the camo side. But both these players on Carbine, they're in big trouble again. All the trouble seems to start over on Car.
Well, this is it. Desire, knowing that there's no camouflage to look out for and there's no, other players to really search for, is able to move over to Carbine side here and really help his teammate out, which is really, really well played from himself and Kikui, and they've now pushed on to a 4-0 advantage here in Division 2. So Nova and Sinistrale have certainly some work to do to get back into this game. I mean, the first kill on the board is often the hardest one to get when you are down by 4-0. Sinistrale won't find it waltzing out P2 face like that. And now Desire doesn't have any idea where Nova is. No doubt Nova just playing slow, waiting for his teammate to spawn.
Watching Desire and the way he's been moving around the map, it just looks like he has all the confidence in the world here. Like, he almost can't lose at the start of the game. He's putting down some nice shots, but also decided he was going to put one in his teammate there as well, such as his accuracy right now. Trying to keep that stat up, maybe for the game stats for Wonder Boy to look through as we get to the stats screen. But 5 kills to 0 now. We're a long way away from there. But if you're Team Quarantined, you're putting the foot in the right direction. That much is for sure.
Absolutely. 5-0. Another minute until the camouflage fight comes up. So Desire again can play with all the freedom in the world. Using Kikui almost as bait here as he's able to push out P2.
Yeah.
Now he's going to try and find some players that are fighting his teammate. There's the trade. Big fight to win here for Desire, and he does so to make it 5 in a row. Killing spree for him. 7-1 the score. Perfect start from Quarantined.
It's a great start for Desire. And Kika, he was basically on the end of a fishing rod there as the bait did come through. And he will now 6 kills for Desire. Only 4 kills off a Frenzy now. And the guys over on LAGr, they're in all kinds of trouble as more shots into the back of Sinistrale. He's no idea where Desire is and just desperately trying to stay alive. Does get a kill on the Kikui. And Nova now gets a lovely little kill, and that will shut down Desire. Maybe only momentarily, but he's shut down nonetheless.
Well, there you go. LAGr Gaming are on the board, which is good for them. But when you look at their truth stats throughout the Europa Double Series so far, I mean, 3 wins, 5 losses on this map. Their opponents have the reverse, 5 wins, 3 losses. So you'd like to close that margin here if you can, but obviously with Camouflage coming up now, deaths are not what you want. As Sinistrale might just whiff this kill. Desire actually hits him with the reversal. That one should have made certain. Nova is able to pick up the Camouflage. Desire, though, I think might just try and sniff him out, and he does. And 10-3, no Camouflage. This is looking rough.
We're talking about our 2017 versions of ourselves. I'm definitely dropping the bag if I'm after getting that kill, and I am Desire. The teabag would come down to body disrespect. As Desire is really just feeling himself, hitting all those shots, and Kiku really doing a great job at utilising, getting players weak. This is it. Look pivotally here. They're on Carbine, but they're on Carbine together here, Wonderboy.
They are, and this is something that we saw in the previous series not work out for Shurs Esports. Again, we hate to keep ripping on them, but
we will.
We play Valorant with them quite a lot, so no doubt they'll be ripped even more later on tonight when we squad up in a 5. But it's something that can work on Truth. If you are playing Carbine together, it can be sometimes quite difficult to break down that setup. And if you're using the buddy system well, rather than sitting across the map, it really can be difficult to try and take a 2 versus 1 or even a 2 versus 2 team fight to go in your favor. Kikui, though, going down to Sinistrale, and now a chance for Nova to sweep in and try and chime in with a kill of himself, and he does.
Yeah, pivotally, you can be in a bad situation, but if you're in a bad situation together, sometimes you can flip it around. If you're all alone in the bad situation, it's a lot harder to then give it the old flipperoo. As Nova now, he's caught down P1. Side he's going to go face and then over to front base on blue side. Doesn't really know where the other players are as Kiki takes down Sinistrale. And you can see Desire immediately going top middle. And Kika's now in the base above Nova. I think Kika's totally unaware, but Desire knows. He smells him down there.
Yeah, such a shame there from Nova. Really had a good flank on the player above him. If he'd just gone through the Eli instead of going to top middle, or excuse me, to bottom middle where the player top middle could see him, then he would have surely gotten a kill to his name. Instead was found out by the player top middle. That reveals his location. Better though from LAGr as they're able to chime in kills, but at this point, Quarantined, all they have to do is get those trades that we often talk about on Halo commentary. Trading kills when you're in the lead is exactly what you want to do, and it's something right now that Quarantined don't even have to do. Kikui staying alive for now. Desire still alive as well in a 1 versus 1. This one has gotten very much out of hand.
Yeah, Team Quarantine just keeping the foot on the pedal, maintaining pressure, really not loud.
Oh, spooky.
LAGr. What's happened here is there was a bit of shadow boxing going on there, Wonderboy, and it's come out in favor of Nova.
Well, it wouldn't be EU Halo without a ghost beatdown or 2. That makes it now 8 points to score. Problem here for Quarantined is that Camouflage is coming up this minute. They are at the Carbine side of the map. They are far away from the power-up. So need to start fighting into blue. They're doing the right thing here. Unfortunately for Sinistrale, he's going to be outnumbered in this fight and surely will go down. Will that just get enough or bide enough time for Nova to grab the Camouflage? I believe it has.
It has.
And Nova has actually taken down Desire as well. So I'd like to hop over to Nova's point of view here if we can, as he's the man that has to make the big plays here for LAGr if they want to get back into this game.
Nova now puts down some shots. Kika totally unaware of where he is. He might throw a prediction nade towards the bubble. As you can see, it just blows up under his feet. Nova predicting that himself. Kika doing a great job here. All the time he stays alive here, that camo starts to burn, starts to wear out. And look at this again. He's evading the camouflage player, and wisely Nova decides, okay, I'm not chasing this guy around all day. I'm just going to kill the guy who's standing out in the open on P3.
Ooh,
it's a great trade.
It's a good trade, but honestly, that fight was a loss as soon as he missed the shot on Desire that allowed him to take it down his teammate. And when that turns into a trade instead of a 1-point advantage in Nova's favor, that's instantly a loss when you have camouflage in your favor. You should be getting a clean team wipe in that situation. Right now, Desire is just having fun on the map. He's pretty much playing SWAT. I'm taking a look at his stats. I mean, I won't ruin it. I'll save it for the end of the game, but he really is having fun here on Truth with just 2 points to go. No camouflage to play for another minute and a half. I'm thinking this one is probably going to quarantine.
Yeah, if you're a fan of old school anthems, you'd say he's freed from Desire. Na 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 na. As Desire now on a roll, 18 kills, only the 1 assist.
You ruined it. I was saving it for a surprise.
Oh no!
I said I wasn't gonna say it. You just. What's the point of you? You're the worst. Whatever, man. It's 19. He got 19 kills. Let's take a look at it. Make it official. 19 kills from Desire. Thanks, Richie.
Apologies for maybe ruining a joke that Harry was going to set up in the long game, but such was my excitement. I couldn't hold it in any longer. 19 kills and 6 deaths. 2,400 damage as well. Sinistrali put down a good fight as well. He had over 2k damage, but just not enough on this occasion. 25-14. And I'm really fearing it might be an old sweeping brush coming out at some point here, as they might get a trio sweep.
It might be another one of those situations where we see LAGr just really not favoring the arena style maps, right? We'll have to have a look at how they perform on maps like Rig, maps like Plaza, where there is a sniper to play for as well. That might just be the catalyst that they need to, really put points on the board in this series. I want to go back to the old stereotype of French players and snipers. I mean, we've seen what SLG, probably the most famous sniper since Talik back in Halo 3, has done with it in Halo 5. Hopefully Nova and Cine can do the same thing here and really start to get kills and push their advantage, because that's something we never really saw from them in Truth. They were never able to push their advantage when they got the camouflage. They were never able to, again, you think back to that team fight where I think it was Nova just missed a shot that allowed Cine to die while Nova had camouflage. Those types of things cannot happen on the Rig. Otherwise, they're just not going to be able to push their advantage as much as they should when they have the things such as the overshield, such as the sniper rifle. So we'll have to see what they do here on the Rig.
It wouldn't surprise me if we see Sinistrali at some point kill Nova if Nova has a sniper rifle. We've seen that time and time again as we see Desire sail down, fall into the abyss underneath the Rig. Overshield's in big trouble here. Oh, he just about gets away with it. There's Nova now. He has Desire in his sights, and Desire's going straight for that sniper rifle. The French guys are not going to get the sniper rifle on this occasion. Not at the moment, anyway.
Again, it's unfortunate for them because they got the first kill off the rip. And at that point, you should be flying at the sniper, right? When Desire sails off the map, that's when you should be pushing for the sniper. You should be pushing for the overshield. Instead, now, you've got Desire. Kikui stole the overshield, was able to, survive long enough for his teammate to get back up on the map. Desire now has snipe. He's going to hit some 2017 shots right here after this beatdown. Let's actually hop over to Desire's point of view as he has the sniper in his hands, because this man honestly can pop some serious faces.
Yeah, he's well able to take the spuds clean off people's shoulders. I have to say, how has Desire fallen off the map and still managed to, the team has gotten the advantage in this fight? You have to say that's a serious misplay on the side of LAGr's. They're in a serious world of hurt here and need to start really utilizing any sort of movement and abilities that they have to try and get back into this matches. Desire is looking to keep paces the way he was playing the last game and start utilizing this sniper rifle as this player's all alone bottom tower, but he's caught off guard. But Kika, a great job there keeping Desire alive. I don't know how Kika managed to do that, but Desire will be thanking his lucky stars.
Yeah, that's 2 kills in a row actually, where Desire should have died. Where Kikui has come in and actually saved his life. The first was a nice bit of movement actually from Desire to go out of bounds and come back into the map. The second, as we saw, Kikui just saving Desire's skin. Desire doing a good job here of recognizing when he's in danger and making sure he's staying alive. And I like this rotation here as well. You can see sniper in 15. You want to be in prime position to pick that one up and really push home the advantage that is this 2-point lead at the moment.
Yeah, Kikui has done a great job of keeping Desire alive, and at one point I'm pretty sure as Desire was falling towards the abyss, Kiku extended his arm trying to catch him, but it just wasn't enough. And sometimes you can't do it all. Sometimes these kids have to learn the hard way, and falling off the map is on stream is the best way to learn. Your movement just isn't on point. His sniper rifle does roll back over to the side. He actually hasn't died since he had the last one. As you can see, he put a new clip into that sniper rifle. Sinistrali completely unaware as his spud gets peeled off his shoulders. Only be able to take the face of Nova. Nova just wisely decided to get out of there, but only straight back into Desire, who almost anticipated that he was going to go that way. And Nova done a great job of staying alive. He's gone towards basement.
Yeah, good game sense there though from Desire. If it's me there, I'm looking for a. Oh, looks like we might have a DC here.
That might be
bit
a
of
DC.
Controversy.
Oh, look, we do love a bit of. Probably gonna have to end the game here. The boys, he is gone.
Yeah, he is gone. We'll have to talk to our admins about this and see what the call is going to be. But I was going to say a nice bit of movement from Desire. The game sense in my head was saying look for the spawner, but Nova jumping up was tagged by the sniper, and Desire did well. Bit unfortunate there from the fact that we have a disconnect. Obviously, looking at the score, it was a 3-point advantage in favor of Quarantined, who, after winning game 1, will be in a good position again to get back into the rig when we eventually reload the game. But again, similar kind of struggles that we're seeing from Cine and Nova, where we haven't seen them group up as much. We haven't really seen them, be as decisive in their movements as we have from Quarantined. And something that Desire's doing a lot that I've noticed, I didn't notice it as much on Truth, but certainly on the rig, is that he's happy to use Kika as bait and just sort of be that selfish player that you need sometimes in a 2 versus 2. And in 4 versus 4 doesn't work as much. You want to try and keep your teammate alive as much as possible, but if you can bait your teammate and come out with a 2 kill versus 1 kill advantage in the team fight, which has happened a couple of times on the rig, it's a viable tactic in 2. Certainly your teammate will hate you for it, but the score at the end of it will
We've all been there. Favor. We've all been there. It just looks like that Desire and Kika are really they're the ones pushing the pace of the game, and Nova and Sinistrali are really playing reactive, and they're not having it any way their own way. They're basically they're receiving shots off spawn. They're being caught unawares every time, and Desire is just basically running around and making the rig his own, and he made the truth his own already. These guys still haven't ended the game to see what way it's going to go. I don't know if they're looking to try and get Desire back into the game.
Cine's fallen off the map, off screen. So, he's trying to do the tower 1 to tower 2 jump, the spring jump outside. He's not doing it very well. He's fallen off the map. I think he's going to try and do it again, but
it's all gone Pete Tong here. As Desire has joined back in, but we're going to need a restart. We're going to need whoever's the leader to end the game so we can get this going again.
Is it me? Am I the leader? I'm not the leader.
Am I the leader?
Are you the leader?
I'm not the leader. Someone needs to follow the leader.
Lou is the leader.
Lou was the leader after all this messing.
Prisma he's juggling production. He's juggling party leader. It's just too many responsibilities for him. Yeah, it's not.
Our Lewis, he has a lot on his plate. He was unaware that once Desire had dropped out, that he was then the leader. So we were waiting for that to come through. And I don't know what way it's going to work, because it looked like Desire had dropped out before that kill had come through. It looked like he was backing up into a wall, and he was then receiving shots when he wasn't there. So I don't know whether it'll be 8-5 when we restart or 8-4. We may need to look at the admins there for that.
Yeah, we're hearing from the back 8-4. So the way it would work, rather than the easiest way to see it, is the points differential, right? So it was a 4-point lead, which means instead of needing 25, red team will need 21. And blue team will still need 25. That's the best way to look at it, rather than trying to do the mental math in your head. I'm not sure, again, I'm just playing head admin here. I'm not sure how Europa Halo likes to play it, but in the HCS, certainly the way that we used to do it was, you take the score difference, and then after that, the team who doesn't have the advantage in terms of score still has to get the maximum 25 or 50, as it would have been in 4 versus 4, but in this case 25. And then because of the 4-point lead, you would just take that off the final score needed to win. So 21 needed to win for red, 25 needed to win for blue. That's how it's going in my head. Hopefully Europa Halo, play by the same rules. Otherwise,
if I feel like the way it went last week when we played Regret, I seem to remember that the guys on De Niro, they got a DC, but instead of what we just done it was 8 kills, so they needed, I think they might have needed 17 or whatever the difference is. So it was basically one team needed 17 and the other team needed 16 or 15. So I'm assuming we'll have to get confirmation from the admins that that's the way we're going to go. Either way, it shouldn't really shape the destiny of the game too much, as it seemed like Desire and Kika had all the advantage, but we'll soon find out when we see the game come to an end. As we started off right where we left off, as both teams now jostling for position, sniper rifle, overshield, all the goodness. And look again, overshield has fallen into the hands of Desire.
Yeah, I was just taking a look at the player cards while we were watching Nova's point of view, I believe it was. And both the blue players taking down the no shields. It's the perfect start, really, when you want to try and move for the overshield for red team. And as a result, Desire has the overshield, Kika has sniper. It's as you were, so to speak, for Quarantine. But look at this push actually coming in from LAGr. We were lamenting them the game before for not pushing together and not working together as a two. That time, perfectly positioned. They have sniper in their possession now as well as a result. Well played from them taking the OS out. But look at that. Look at that Hail Mary from Desire. Wonderful.
We will take some sort of congratulations, as we are obviously the coaches of Sin Australia Nova. We've told them what they need to do, and they're like, okay, they must be listening to the stream and saying, those guys know what they're talking about. We need to start sticking together and need to get that buddy system going. Sin Australia now tower 2, put some shots down onto Kika. Kika wisely backs down, but Desire falls in the kill feed, and now shots come through, and that's another wipe for them. And a Guardian Angel medal for Sin Australia, as he immediately looks to put pressure on the spawners.
I have no idea how many points they need to win. I'm just enjoying the Halo.
Yeah,
Sin
let's just
Australia
keep
now.
keep
Three
casting.
shot lead down. Unbelievable. And what a turnaround from the restart. A hearing 21 for the blue team, 17 for red. So Sin Australia is just on fire right now. Cine is playing very, very well. If he escapes with his life here, a tremendous result. When you look at his health, just you could breathe on him and he'd be dead. Gets his health back, gets his shields back, and look at this. Tremendous play.
Now Kika's all alone, left back rails, killing spree comes through for Sin Australia. Has he passed the controller over to SLG? Is SLG here? Is he just SLG in disguise?
We're going to have to get an IP check, I think, just to make sure it is not SLG. We are joking, of course. Kikui, though, on the new sniper spawn. Keep an eye out for that, as Nova needs to worry about his face if Kika... Yeah, well...
Oh, there goes. He didn't watch his face. He didn't watch it.
Sorry, Nova. Tried to warn you, mate.
I don't know, we could on our end. We were basically screaming at you. You need to maybe listen to us. We've given you all the information you need to survive. So Sin Australia also falls down in sewers, as Kika still has a sniper rifle, 2 bullets in the mag. What can he do with it? He jumps up towards engine 2, finds a player absolute there.
No scope.
Go on,
hit this.
do it for us. Do it for us. You hit these. Do it. Oh.
Good effort. And the fact that he actually stays alive here, E2, is quite important when you consider the overshield's coming up. One of the things that we used to talk about in 4 versus 4 was that, you know, keeping E2 and white corner while overshield's coming up, so important. But this rotation over to bunker, actually not the best one, as yes, he takes the player down to no shields on T2, but he's now just died in bunker, is nowhere near the overshield, which has just popped, as Nova surely will be in a great position to grab that one. In fact, his teammate Cine's going to grab it instead. So that rotation away from E2 from Kika has actually just cost his team an overshield grab.
Yeah, he's moved far and away from the overshield, and really you want to be getting touch tight with, so you can keep an eye on it and give any information over to your teammate. As Desire then also rotated towards the tower side, but overshield has gone over towards Sin Australia, and Nova are 12 kills to 7. They need 21, so they're well over halfway there. Can they claw this back? Can the restart be the catalyst for change and really propel them forward now? And they change their fortunes. Sin Australia pushes towards rails, puts some shots down. Desire wisely just drops down towards zigzag, as Sin Australia immediately gets aggressive, and up comes Desire from the depths of Moria, but Kika had already put a fresh 5 into him.
Yeah, good push in there from Kika. Important that he did so, as well as Sniper coming up fairly soon. We're going to hop over to Desire, as he's trying to just pin back LAGr here as they try and get a foothold on the map to maybe get some sight lines on that Sniper. And with that coming up in 10 or so seconds, and LAGr being as far away as possible from that weapon, you'd have to say Quarantined in a great spot to grab the new one.
Desire has rotated over towards Sniper side. Jumps up towards engine 3 onto that sneaky ledge. I'm going to look to try and back down now, as he basically trades one sneaky ledge for another. Puts a couple of DMR shots, gets a trade. That could be pivotal towards the end of this game. That one kill. We've seen many games in Halo lost won and lost over a kill. Big shots here, big win for Kika as he takes down Nova. That's now 14-13. They've closed the gap here, and they do already have that advantage from the restart of the 4 kills, so they're not going to need too many more before this game is all said and done.
Yep, just needing 4 more kills. Redwood needs 17. Big couple of kills from Kika from this restart, it has to be said. That one that he won over on back rail was a very impressive win because his enemy actually had the height advantage on him, and it's so difficult in Halo 5 when your opponent has the height on you to really win the fight. But despite having first shot, he didn't seem to fluster at all. Blue team cannot afford to give away too many more deaths like that. Kika's on fire right now. Nova has no idea where he is either. That sniper has been up for a good minute on the spot, so we'll see if Cine picks it up, which he does, and gives them something to worry about. We didn't get to see that on the stream, obviously, but
We'll
Cine...
switch over to Cine. He has the sniper rifle now. Maybe he can start to claw this back. The aware, of course, like I said, 4 kills down from the restart. They're 2 kills up now.
Here's the thing, though, Richie. Overshield coming up here very soon. So this is a team fight that Blue needs to win cleanly, because if Red get a fresh team wipe, they'll be on 17. The points they need to win. But there's one.
Oh, no. Desire back whack comes through. Sniper rifle as well. It looks towards overshield. Kika puts some shots down, backs down Nova. Nova goes for the overshield, but back whack comes through. That's 17 kills to 17. I believe that's probably the end. I would have thought if the rules were being played out. Am I right or am I wrong here?
Well,
the fighting continues one way or another.
They may have, unfortunately, been listening to me spouting incorrect rules on the Europa Halo stream. But either way, Quarantined have gone into a 2-0 advantage here in the Europa Double Series.
Yeah, we don't have the stats from the last game. All we know is Desire was going off. Fortunes didn't go the same way this game, as he only had 1,200 damage and he was 6 kills and 9 deaths. Kika, he was leading the pack today. 11 kills and only 9 deaths with 1,700 damage. So only a clean 500 more damage for him.
Yeah, a good game there on the rig. Unfortunately for LAGr, we have just not seen them really right the wrongs from game number 1. And we questioned whether or not a map like the rig or a map like Plaza, where there's a sniper to play for, might be more befitting of their playstyle. Unfortunately, that was not the case. I'm hearing that we can win a rare MCC nameplate, the Know Your Roots nameplate, Richie, which is a tremendous thing to try and win. All you have to do is check out the Twitch chat at the moment, click on the YouTube video, say who you think the week 1 MVP was in the comments section, and you'll be in a chance of winning. Look at this nameplate. It's beautiful. It's so shiny.
Get your hands on that, and it's a
exclusive.
pretty rare one as well. Yep, you'll have it, and I certainly won't. So I'm the one in the video. So if I don't have it and you do, I feel like that's a little bit unfair, and I need to start talking to some people. As we jump on to game number 3, which is Regret. Will it be much of the same story? Will we see this run out 3 maps to 1, or 3 maps to 0 rather, as a clean wipe? And if you're Nova and if you're Sinistrelli, you need to really start getting something going here. It's now or never.
Best thing that Nova could have done there was burn the overshield. I applaud the play. When your teammate goes down at the start of Regret, if you can get the burn off and sacrifice a kill, it's better than dying and the enemy team getting the overshield. Obviously, best case scenario is your teammate doesn't die and you're able to get the overshield. But if that's not available to you, burn the overshield. Why not? Unfortunately for his team, LAGr, Quarantined at the moment up 4-1. They're looking very strong here, just as they were on Truth. Obviously, we're different maps, but similar play styles benefit both maps. So we're seeing much of the same here off the start of Regret.
Yeah, 5 kills, make that 6 kills to 1 in the game. 2 maps up in the series. And you have to say, Australia and Nova really struggling to deal with the pace and the aggression over on the side of Team Quarantined, as again another 5 comes through from Desire onto Nova. Is this 2017 Desire we're seeing? Because he's putting in an absolute clinic of Halo action.
I told you, he was one of my bogey players. Whenever I was on my little stream grind and I would just be searching Arena or searching the HGS playlist, if I saw Desire on the other team, I knew I was not winning a single fight, whether it be pistol or sniper. So here he is now on our screens, and it's good to see him continue that form. He's certainly going to be one of the players that I would be looking out for in Halo Infinite to make a splash. Thinking of other players, obviously we saw Cristola earlier on. I think he and Xur are certainly two players to look out for in Halo Infinite, as well as Desire here in this game as well.
Yeah, a lot of these players will definitely still be competing come Halo Infinite, and we're all just sort of waiting in the wings to get our hands on it, get a look at it, get a taste of it, get a feel for it, anything. We just want some Halo Infinite. I'll take a trailer, I'll take a beta, I'll take anything that I can get right now. As being a little bit starved of it right now. We just need our fix, which is
I will
Nova
take
now.
a special edition flavor of Doritos at this point in time. Anything just gets me closer to Halo Infinite.
Yep, I considered buying a theme tune music pack in CS. It was Halo, so I could have a bit more extra Halo in my life. As 10 kills to 4 now, Desire in a little bit of trouble. And 2v1, he's dropping the dipsy doodle, but they're both missing shots. Importantly, there, he's a body disrespect.
No, come on,
Come on,
lad, come on. We've just seen you just miss 7 shots in a row. And you're shooting your body like he's sponging, but let's be honest, your aim's gone everywhere. It's gone missing.
Yeah. You've missed 7 shots and he's missed 8. Who really is the worst player? We're not sure, but the map and the score will let us know that you're down in the series and probably shouldn't be disrespecting anybody's body. You start working on your game as, again, you get team wiped.
Well, that's,
Keeking out top middle PP
for
now.
me, the nail in the coffin, as Desire's just grabbed the brand new overshield. They went down right as OS was coming up. Kika has the plasma pistol, so Desire doesn't need to worry about getting PP'd and getting drained of that overshield. And when you're down 7, you have an overshield to fight up against. For me, it's the nail in the coffin. I just can't see them coming back from this point, and I hate calling games over this early because I always try and give the benefit of the doubt, but from what we've seen from LAGr so far, I just don't see them getting it together and coming back in this series. I think this one's already done.
Yeah, they haven't really given us any sort of evidence that they're in it for the fight and that they can match Team Quarantined stride for stride, blow for blow. And the way it's gone so far is momentum is definitely on the side of Team Quarantined. As Sin Australia does pick up a nice little 5. Is that enough? Can they now push forward? 6 kills down on Regret. This map can be a bit snowbally if you can get people on staggered spawns. You can really start to pinch them base by base and clean them out. But they have it all to do here as Nova's decided to go car side and Desire falls to Sinistrale. That's a double kill now. They're only down by 4. Maybe Wonderboy has the curse of the commentator and we'll see LAGr make a comeback here.
I want them to prove me wrong. I will really want them to. And to be honest with you, Quarantined are doing their best to throw and just make me look stupid. But again, they're starting to group up a bit now. Kikui, that's a bit adventurous. I wouldn't be wide peeking like that when you know the enemy team have top middle control. So now they have a chance to take a 1 versus 1 versus Desire. Nova obviously not wanting any at that source. So he's just going to happily back up and wait for Kika to be in a position to actually help him out. I will say I've been impressed with the level of Halo here in Division 2. I'm looking forward to our Division 1 games to come later on. But so far, the level of doubles gameplay we've seen in Div 2 has been very, very impressive.
Yeah, there's definitely some high-level plays, and a lot of these teams in Division 2 were only a series, a map win in some cases, or a series away from getting into Division 1, so they're only getting through on the barest of margins. There's a lot of good Halo duets out there. Duos, that's probably more
Duets,
the word.
I like it.
Duets, quartets.
We're a
don't know.
duet, technically.
Yeah, look at us. I would go on the dance floor with you anytime, Wonderboy, I'll tell you that for sure.
Ah.
As Desire now gets taken down, Sinistrale is having a pretty decent game now. 12 kills to 7, only the 1 assist. But we have got a breadstick alert. Nova only on 1 kill here.
Well, if you don't count the body that he shot, then yeah, he's in a bit of a rough time. We're having Sinistrale actually miss some shots now as well, maybe struggling with the server. Nova now with a 2nd kill. He's onto a swan instead of a breadstick. This is better. They really need him to chime in with more kills like that against Desire if they want to get back into this game. And I tell you what, it's a good time in the match actually to get kills on the board as they start to come back. Overshield coming up fairly soon. Cine may be pushing that a little too aggressively knowing the power-up's coming up, but Nova grabbing the new overshield. If he can stay alive with this, and even though he's being hounded by the red team, he's actually done a fairly good job. Big kills there from Nova. Just when we were calling for him to maybe step it up a bit for his team to come back into this, he's done just that, and now they're up by 1.
I'd like to say you're welcome. I highlighted your breadstick, and because of that, you've turned it all around. So I will accept any PayPal donations you want to send my way for turning this series back in your favor. This map, killing spree comes through as well. Look, we're just out here to help, Harry.
Well played there from Nova. Getting that first kill. He really has turned his fortunes around here. I thought this one was well and truly done and dusted, and Nova has started using his thumbs. He's plugged his hands in, and now we're actually starting to see some more competitive, close-knit gameplay. It seems to be Quarantined actually the team on the back foot at the moment as they're trapped at Carbine.
Yeah, it appeared as though his hands were plugged into the microwave, and that's not going to get you any kills. He's now rightfully plugged into the Xbox via the USB port. That's what we like to see from him. As Nova now, he's over on car side, or P side 1. Rotates over towards Sinistrali on blue base. Big gunfight coming down here as both teams jostle for position. 18 kills, 18, much closer now. As Team Quarantined have thrown away a pretty sizable lead. As Desire's top middle set up on ring 3. Nova now waiting for a P-side push. It doesn't come. It comes instead in the side of on the window to bridge. Both players taken down to no shields. Both players deciding to back down as Sinistrali falls in the kill feed. And Nova's all alone here at the worst possible time.
So brave. For me, if I'm Nova and my teammate's dead, I'm getting out of there, because that's just going to be another kill going in the favor of Quarantined if they finish him off. If he can stall long enough for his teammate to come in and maybe get a trade-off, then that's great. But Desire actually hits the 5 before. I think it was Cine, was it, that came in and actually tries to get the kill. They're actually setting up too early for this overshield here. It's not for another minute, boys, but 4 points to go for Quarantined, and it looks like my prophecy is about to be fulfilled. The boy who lived has come to prophesize.
Was it a case of bravery on the side there? Maybe a little bit of stupidity, maybe, because you probably should have got out of there, played your life, and given yourself a little bit more of a chance. But you stayed there, and your teammate has come over to try and help you, and you just both died as a result of that. But you have clawed it back here now again. 20 kills to 21. 3 minutes and some change left on the clock. Overshield coming up in the next 30 or so seconds. So still all to play for now. As Harry maybe jumped the gun on his prophecy. Boy who lived gets it wrong once or twice as well. Oh, back whack comes through. Ooh. 22 kills to 21, and maybe we have a series in our hand here.
Yeah, a bit of a nightmare time to die as well here, Richie. Sorry to cut you off, but OS coming up fairly soon as well, so Desire needs to milk his life as long as he can. Good job getting a beatdown off. If I'm Kikoui, focus on getting the OS burn. You don't want to be playing against an overshield, and instead Kikoui has actually gone down. That's going to allow Nova to scoop up the overshield. 24 to 21. Oh, wow, I was wrong. We're actually going to see at least a game 4 in this series. LAGr surely cannot throw this away now.
Every time you say that, Harry, they throw things. You need to stop.
Nova!
Oh, no!
What have I just seen?
This is Wonderboy's fault.
What is happening?
It's 23 kills to 24, and every time Harry says some sort of prophecy, it ends up not coming through. We need to ask Harry when the world's going to end, and pretty much bet that there he goes. Sinistrali does get the kill, much to spare the blushes of Wonderboy. 25 kills to 23, and what a game that was.
What have I just seen? Why are we pushing in versus 2 people with overshield? Like, that's just putting the biggest pressure on yourself, your teammate, everything. Either way, LAGr get a map on the board. 16 kills, 13 deaths from Cine. Nova was able to actually, get himself back into the game at a respectable 9 and 10 scoreline. I want to take a look at the damage dealt. Cine really being the player pushing the pace there with 2.8 thousand damage. Desire not too far behind with just 100 or so less. But wow, what a game. That was my heart cannot take any more of this. We still got 2 more games. We're not even in Div 1 yet. We still got 2 more matches to come. It's absolutely crazy here in the double series. My poor little pacemaker, my pecker's going everywhere.
Yeah, my poor little pigeon heart is beating really, really fast. Need to slow it down. Such as the Halo action and such as our commentating, really calling the wrong things at the right time. That seems to be what we do here over at Europa Halo. As the next game starts up, and Desire and Sinistrali, really the damage dealers, the heavy hitters in that last game, and they'll look to maintain that form and push on to the next game, as we might actually end up seeing it game number 5.
Yeah, we may well see it. Again, interesting to see how Plaza plays out, which will be our game number 4. We didn't really get to see them really extend their legs and really push into a lead on the rig because of the unfortunate disconnect. Obviously, they were able to play better on the restart, did LAGR, but I'm hoping to see better coordinated gameplay from them here. As Desire with fire shots early on. Will he make it 2 in a row? We'll just elect to survive for now.
Desire's dishing out the smoke time and time again, as Overshield is in the hands of Kika. Sniper rifle as well. Probably would have liked to see Desire get the sniper rifle, and maybe Overshield player could get more in the faces of people, because you don't really want to give the wig peeler to the guy who's got Overshield. You want one or the other.
Yeah, very true. But at the same time, you know, when you know there's a player still alive contesting the sniper, it's often best to just make it so that you're definitely going to get the sniper. Desire goes down. Cine with a big 1v1 here. The winner of this fight will retain the sniper. Cine wins it, gives his team a chance now at 3-2. Sniper out of ammo though.
Sniper out of ammo, and he transitions over towards light rifle. Light rifle no longer there, as we did see Desire had it in his hand as fights go down. Desire falls in the kill feed, and Kika's all alone out towards garbage truck. And down he goes as well. It's great coordination on the side of LAGR. Really doing a great job of isolating that player once they knew he was all alone. As they spawn now back towards Tram Loop, and Sinistrali, nice little move, and gets up to S4 and puts some shots down onto the guy Glass, who then returns fire. Great job of backing Sinistrali down. Sinistrali maybe just didn't know he was going to pop back out there. Thought he'd done enough to back down that player on Glass, but Glass did a great job then of returning fire, and anything you can do, I can do as well.
Well, thus is the mantra of the Xbox Live Warrior. You always want a challenge, even if you know shields. Cine and Nova here might be pinched actually by a player in yard, and is this going to be Kikui's double? Nova stays alive long enough to get his shields back, but surely Desire's around the corner to take this fight as well. Nova, it's just about staying alive for now.
And stay alive he did, as Desire's in blue window, and Kika also goes up to his teammate in blue as well. It's a blue versus yellow trade-off here at the minute. As Nova now returns the yellow ledge, starts to clamber up. Both teams really jostling again. Great fight goes down here. It's pivotal. Nova now gets a melee and gets a kill, but it has gone in favor of Team Quarantine, who've got 2 kills in the kill feed and traded only 1. Sniper rifle has just popped now, and Overshield's up in a minute or so.
I'll tell you what, great movement there from Kikui and Desire, really pushing through blue, making sure that there wasn't going to be a snipe lift spawn for them to just get the fortunate spawn and push up and grab or steal the sniper away from them. Nova gets a nice pick on Kika, and that's going to put all the pressure on Desire here to get a double beatdown, which he does. Can he hit this shot though? That's the question. 1 bullet left. He wastes it smartly so. 20 or so seconds here, Richie, until the overshield comes up. So look for players to try and fight around this area on Tram and posters, and also over at blue just to try and get a sightline.
Was Desire wasting the bullets in that clip there, or was he just missing a lot of shots? We'd have to ask him, but let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he was wasting the ammo. As Overshield, like Wonderboy says, is going to pop up very soon, and this could be huge in terms of, it could really shape the destiny of the day. There's 9 kills to 8, and
they not know it's up.
Nobody seems to know anything, it would seem. Or has it
Desire's
just not popped up yet? Here it comes. Yeah, he's just woken up from his sleep.
Cine's going to get it first, I think.
So the fight, it does come down for Overshield, but it's very, very late.
Wow. Huge misplay there from Quarantine. They forgot about the Overshield. They completely forgot about it. That's going to allow LAGR right back into this game.
I think the problem is that when you've been playing your fours, your team arena, and the Overshield's up every 2 minutes, then every now and again it can catch you napping, can catch you on the hop. The Overshield isn't coming for an extra minute or so. But a real huge misplay. I want to say that the guys over in LAGR were very slow to react to it as well, that almost both teams had forgotten about it, and now fights go down towards dip side, and Nova tries to stay alive. He does. Oh, he just thought he might have gotten out of there, but Sinistrali actually seems to spawn in the corpse of his teammate. Like the Phoenix rising from the ashes, one French player spawns when another one falls.
Oh, this spawn is huge from Cine. He actually had to jump on both players, and Desire here has no idea that Cine spawned down at snipe lift. Huge call from you there, Richie. I had absolutely no idea, and Halo 5 giveth and Halo 5 taketh away. That's going to give them now sniper control, ready for the new one popping in 5 seconds. And unfortunately for Desire and Kika, they have some movements to make, and really to try and find Nova, who's by himself. Nova shouldn't be pushing that.
No, I'm proud. I have to say, I'm proud of LAGR for the way they've bounced back here in the series. They were down 2-0, and it looked like it was only going to go one way. As I called out before, it looked like the sweep rush was coming, but they've made much more of a series out of it now, Game 3 and now Game 4 as well, as it's neck and neck. And both teams making mistakes, but both teams capitalised on each other's mistakes as well.
So then, Cine, what shots can you hit with this? Your teammate's gone down. Taking one down to no shield will take that one player out of the fight for now, but
he's in big trouble.
Too much confidence here with the sniper. Both players are no shields, but with his teammate just coming off the respawn, there's no room for a trade. And Nova and Cine need to be very careful here because they're pushing in one by one, and that's a dangerous habit to make.
Yeah, as he now plasma pistol in the hand of Kika.
Did they not see?
Nova's behind them both, and grenades come in, and Nova was just sitting on the BR buying his time, waiting, baiting his teammate Sinistrale, and he gets that double kill. Overshield will be in the next third. It's going to be late now, so we're talking about 40 seconds before this next overshield, maybe. As both players now on the red team, Team Quarantine down on Snipe side, they got the S1 spawn. Nova now transitions over towards Garbage Truck. They really need to start pinching these. As they do, Sinistrale gets the kill. Desire now, pivotally, he trades that kill though. Although it still goes in the favor of LAGR as they're down 16 kills to 15, just a 1 in it. Overshield now. Any second now, it's going to be 15 seconds. As you can see, Nova sets up on yellow ledge, looking to apply pressure onto the flowers area.
Yeah, I love the pressure here from Nova. Yes, he might be outnumbered top gold. He has Cine backing him up with some shots, but this is going to make the red team really, really hesitant about trying to push to get eyes on the overshield. That's a good trade, even though you're down 17 to 16. You allow Cine, by making that play at top goal, to grab this new overshield, and if he's able to take down Kika, he now doesn't even have to worry about the plasma pistol. So with it tied up 17-17, some really nice coordinated gameplay coming in from LAGR.
Yep, sniper rifle now, 10 seconds, overshield in the hands of LAGR. What can they do? All the stuff is falling in their place now, all in their favor. We might call them Katniss Everdeen because the odds seem to be stacked in their favor right now. Sinistrale goes S4, looks towards glass, fires off one warning shot at the Desire. Now just doing a great job of baiting those shots in. Now Sinistrale down to just 2 shots and about a quarter of the overshield left. Really needs to start using that now while he can. He has a little bit of advantage. But those players that he was looking for, they're gone. He's chasing shadows.
Yeah, he's guessed on the rotate though. I like the movement. He's sort of banked on them moving away from him and his teammate. But similarly, the movement on the Quarantine side, so smart, just allowing that overshield to decay and it becoming now essentially a non-factor, as with that sniper. So the shoulder peeking from Desire really paying dividends here late in the game. 4 minutes 15 or so left on the clock. We're tied up 17-17. Which team is going to make the play?
I don't know whether you've noticed this, but as all that rotation has come through, it looks like Team Quarantine have actually flipped the map, and if they've gone exactly where LAGR were set up before that, in 4 minutes now, won't get another overshield for another minute and a half, but they're in the right position. They're on the right side of the map. As he takes down that barrel, Sinistrale, he takes down the barrel for Nova, but that will get... Oh, that's a lovely shot, and at the right time, make that push, get that kill right now. Don't trade life. That's super important now. Sinistrale gets that kill. 19 kills to 17, and we could be going to a game 5 if they can maintain this pressure.
I'm glad Cine was able to get that kill on Desire, as it looked like a bit of a red bar glitch coming in. Desire looked weak enough for a beatdown for me, but Desire just would not go down. 19-18. Do they know that they're down here at Snipe Lift? Desire needs to turn around, doesn't hear the audio cue, and this surely will be a free kill if Nova is assisting Cine in the way that he should. There it is, that free kill on Desire. And poor from Desire. Might have, I mean, if he turned around a little bit quicker, been a bit quicker to react to the audio cue, realized it wasn't his teammate, then maybe he could get a trade off and maybe trade his own life.
Yeah, 2 kills now. Next overshield is going to be pivotal, and Sinistrale puts a nade down to dip. Don't really know if I like this push as the plasma pistol shot comes through. That drains him of all his shields. There's going to be super aggression put on him now as he drops down, tries to get a sticky grenade, tries to get a melee, but nothing doing. That's a mistake on his part, you have to say, as Nova setting up for this overshield. It's going to be dropping any moment as Kika now thrusts out towards top middle. It's going to be a bit of a UFC battle top middle. You might see some blow for blow, some handbags thrown. Nova now, he's top middle, he's all set, doesn't have the time. Needs to pick it up now, which he does. Pops it into his chest, has the information. Sniper rifle is on S2. Get the melee down. Melee comes through. Double beatdown. Sniper rifle over to his hands. loads of overshield, full snipe rifle, +2 kills. It's all in their favor.
Yes, it is, and it's a good thing Nova was able to get the overshield. Otherwise, Cinny's death over in blue would have been in vain. Can he finish off Kiki here? Yes, he can. And with Desire currently fighting a 2 versus 1 until Kiki is able to get back onto the map. This one looks like we could be going to a game 5. Don't want to, again, prophesize things too quickly, but there it is. We're going to game 5 just when you think back to Regret, where they were 2-0 down by a huge margin. I was calling this series over. We're going to another game 5.
Yeah, we need Wonder Boy to call more games over
Get
so
me
we
out
can
of
get
here.
more game 5s.
Get this guy out of here. I don't know anything.
Back-to-back game 5s. That's what we love to see. More Halo action spoiled for you guys at home. As Nova now, he puts on a clinic, 14 kills to 9. What, 1900 damage though, you have to say. So Sinistrali with 2400.
I'm glad you've seen that as well. I mean, shout out to both Cine and Desire leading the way in terms of the damage dealt column. But when you look at Cine, only 3 kills behind his teammate, had 7 more assists, has 500 more damage. That for me is Cine playing really, really selflessly and playing for his team to win. He's not playing for his own stats there, which is again really good to see. And if we take a look at how we got to this game 5 here, Richie, it was a tremendous route to this deciding game.
Yeah, Truth and the Rig going over to Team Quarantine. And LAGr have battled back in back-to-back games, which has brought us now back onto Truth, which, it has to be said, Team Quarantine had the advantage in game number 1. They won the game pretty convincingly, but now LAGr seem to have heated up. Can they bounce back here on game number 5?
Well, they need to, otherwise they're facing a reverse sweep. And something when, again, you look back to that game 3 Regret, when they were down by such a considerable margin, you never would have thought was possible. Good start, though, as they started game 1 here, Team Quarantined. Burning the camouflage, going into a 2-0 lead. I'm not calling anything at this point. I mean, I feel like I've done my fair share of predictions at this point. We're just gonna let the Halo play out, and we'll see where the chips lie at the end of it.
Yeah, Wonder Boy, it appears he's no Mystic Mac. He's no.
Get out of here.
You get him out of here. He doesn't. Everything he calls seems to turn to dust. Don't ask him for the lotto numbers because they will not be successful for you. As teammate comes through, 3 kills to 1. Desire's in big trouble, and he does fall. It's 3 kills to 2 now. And now you look for Sinistrali and Nova to get some map control and really start to put some pressure on these fresh spawners. Yep,
hands on your head there, Richie. I saw that. You had the same idea as I did. Why not just keep pre-aiming the Eli? He got the hit marker. Nice kill there from Cine. That's going to allow Nova to push in and try and clean up the damage he's done on Desire. But after he got the hit mark on Eli Desire, he wanted to try and push the advantage and go for the 2-for-1. Instead, the player down low peeks him first and was banking on Desire not pre-aiming that, which he wasn't, and was able to get the kill. And well, Team Quarantined, what has happened here?
Yeah, it's all gone Pete Tong. If you're a fan of Team Quarantined or one of the pals of them, you really need to start sending them some messages. Start telling them to slow it down, start playing some, get back to the Halo they were playing before in map 1 and 2 as they were seeing some huge success. But now Kika's in big trouble as Desire falls. The guys in the French guys here really starting to click. 6 kills to 3, teamwork, bait and switch, all the classic Halo stuff that you need to be successful is going in the side. But now they have a P-car split, and that has never been great for anybody.
I wonder if Cine just saw Kiki there spawn bottom blue. Looks like he did, as he's just easily looking over towards Eli. That's 5 kills in a row without a death. Finally put to an end there by Desire, but he's been good value for that killing spree. That's essentially put them right back into this game. And will we see the reverse sweep here? It would be absolutely devastating for Quarantined. Again, when you look back on Regret, they were up something like 14-7 if I'm thinking back and making up numbers in my head. It was monstrous. It was such a big lead, and to the point where I called the series over because LAGr just looked at 6s and 7s. They just were not on the same page. They weren't minding their P's and Q's, and look at them now. They're cleaning up each other's kills, and we'll see if Nova can win this 1v1 against Desire at top middle. Actually forces him off the position, so Nova's done his job. But the problem here for LAGr, look at where Nova is. So far away from that camouflage, popping in around 20 seconds, so big team fight here in blue.
It looks like Desire's getting really, really aggressive. He's trying to press home these kills that sometimes are just not there. I have to say, Team Quarantined, have they been space jammed? Because it
Big
looks
fight.
like a totally different team. As Kika now, Sinistrale fighting front base, and Sinistrale gets the kill. And Kiki drops, and you see Desire over towards the basement on the opposite side. Sinistrale and Nova now pick up Camouflage. Vital that they stay alive here. He doesn't!
He doesn't. Nova's been taken down with Camouflage, so a second camo burn in a row. That's a silver lining here for Quarantined, and as a result, Sinistrale just out in the open. 9-11. Quarantined, I mean, they've started to get back onto the same page. They've started playing the same Halo and realized that they are actually teammates.
Yeah, I think someone was calling for Mayday, Mayday. We need help here. We need to start clicking again and start doing the same stuff. Baiting and switching. We need some of this. As you can see, the game has slowed down now as both teams realizing the situation that they're in, and any mistake you make now could be not only the game over, but the series over. So slow it down and wait for the other team to make the first mistakes.
Yeah, but look at this. Kikui and Desire playing so far away from each other. We saw this in the first match of the stream. Not working out for Shurs Esports. It's worked out for Quarantine, though. They're listening to each other, and they're in the right place at the right time to try and clean up these kills. 2 kills in a row it will be here, surely for Kika. As he finally puts Nova to bed, tucks him in, gives him a good night kiss. And 11-11 now.
I think pivotally there, the problem was that Zun and Spenny in the last game, they were able to play the bases a lot better. They were set up in the attics and really out of lines of sight of the guy on car side. And when they backed down the guy on P Street that could at any point watch the car side, then they decided to push out. But it looked like the guys over on LAGr were just Sinistrale puts down Kika, puts him in his place as he's awoken from his slumber like the Undertaker. 13 kills to 11. Nova goes top P side, and it's all falling in their favor at the moment as you have Kika and Desire in blue base, and they're crying out for help.
Nerves are surely racking at this point. Desire rightly thrusts away rather than clambering up. That's going to allow his teammate to clean up the kill. There will be a trade on Desire as Cine gets the stick off, but this is the part of the game at 14-13. Camouflage not for another minute, where maybe you start to slow the game down. Maybe you let your nerves sort of catch up to you and you get back into the game and you start being a bit more coherent as Nova and Cine actually look like they want to make a full map rotate here. If they're going for this, they have to push all the way round through blue to get round to P side again to get eyes on the Camouflage. So this is going to be an interesting 40 or so seconds here for LAGR. Which base will they decide to rotate into? Great bait here from Nova. Cine putting the pressure down. Nova just waiting patiently. Both players of the red team being put weak. Not sure why the decision was to push Carbine there for Quarantine, but it's worked out in their favor as Cine goes down. Nova here is no shields. Gets his shields back somehow. Kika doesn't hit the shot, and Desire here surely is dead. Nova takes the beat down. Camouflage will be popping any second, so Nova's job here, stay alive as long as possible. But look at this, Cine's a Carbine as well.
Oh my goodness,
Nova gets the kill on Kika Wee. And Desire and Cine are in a 1v1. Desire gets the perfect on the double as well. Red team now gonna, with the spawn, get the Camouflage with Kika. What's happening here? That fight at Carbine took so long to transpire that Kika's come in and stole the Camouflage away.
What a great job by Nova. He got the kill onto one player, was dipsy doodling, staying alive, making it a real difficult, and he thought it was only a matter of time before he was going to fall. But then he actually manages to get the kill, and then we switch over then, and Desire's got a double kill off the spawn. It's all over the place here as 18 kills to 17 in favor of Team Quarantined. Kika now putting some pressure on car side. Camouflage in hand. What can he do with it? Sinistrale is all alone in big trouble. Pre-nade comes through. Takes that Camouflage player down to no shields. But Camouflage still able to do the job and get the job done. Kika now gets the kill on Sinistrale. 2-kill advantage for them. Goes top middle now. Camouflage is all out. It's all burnt up. You've got all you can with that Camouflage. Nova now in the attic. Put some shots down onto Kika. He's all alone in the base. A misplay, you have to say. 19 kills to 18. Still a lot of time left on the clock.
Yeah, misplay from Kika at the end of what was a very, very valuable life. Has to be said. That entire time with Camouflage, he won pivotal fights, was able to pin a 2 versus 1 essentially over at red base and allowed Desire a little bit of freedom to move. Desire gets the stick onto Cine. So now it's Kika trapped all alone at the bottom of red. Wouldn't be surprised at this point of the game to see them slow it down. 2 points in it, 4 minutes to go. But they look like they want to try and retake Pink Tower here. Here comes the push.
They're getting ambitious. Grenades come through. Sinistrale in a 1v1 now against Kika. Kika wisely backs out, goes face, and then backs out again. Still, he has no idea where that other player has gone on LAGr, who's also gone P3. It's a game of cat and mouse, it would seem, as he's popped down now to half shields. And that's the Clamber has taken. He's all out of AA batteries for that plasma pistol as he soars onto the street. His corpse now falls. Now Nova, 21 kills to 22, and we thought the game might slow down. It hasn't. Desire's down to no shields, but Kika gets the kill onto Sinistrale, and Desire's doing a great job of staying alive. Re-engages, gets that kill. 24 kills to 21. Body disrespect comes through. There's still a game to be played here, fellas. Don't be getting ahead of yourselves. Don't be counting your chickens before they hatch.
1 kill to go then for Desire and Kika. Nova and Cine need to slow this right down. Their best bet is the camouflage. They have not had the previous one, so they do not know the timing on it. Desire here needs to watch out.
Oh, big nades!
Lovely
and big nades are enough! An absolute peach of a grenade soars into the car attic, and once the first hit markers come through, I was crying. I was like, no, back down, do something, anything. But that last grenade came in as well, and that will be enough now. 16 kills, 11 deaths for Desire, 2,700 damage, and again, Sinistrale. They've been basically anything you can do, I can do better. As they both got 2,700 damage, but on this occasion, Desire has come out on top, and they've stopped that rot, and they've stopped that reverse sweep. Yeah,
huge game to prevent the reverse sweep, as you say, Richie. What a series that was. I mean, LAGr pushed Quarantine right until the end, right to the very, very end. The misplay really was them taking too long on the Carbine Tower and really not capitalizing on the team fights, which in the end came to their dismay. I want to give a massive shout out actually to Kikui. Yes, he didn't have the stats, he didn't have the masses of damage that Desire had. Yes, Desire had the glory and gets all the hero stats and the big shout out on stream, but Kikui's the biggest life he played was when he grabbed that camouflage after that elongated fight over at Carbine. Kikui gets the bottom blue spawn, grabs the camouflage, plays out the entire 45 seconds of the camouflage, plays it perfectly. He was actually faced with a 2 versus 1 where he was spotted out on the Carbine side of red, gets a kill and stays alive, and then gets another kill top red after that. That for me was a massive momentum swing, because after that, LAGr really didn't know what to do with themselves and were constantly second guessing themselves, thinking, where's this camo guy? We need to look behind us now. We didn't trade him off, so therefore we have to worry about him. Credit to Kikui for me in that game 5 made the play to win.
Yeah, anytime we shot over to Kikui's POV, he was very rarely putting a foot out of place. As Desire was getting the big stats and the big kills, but oftentimes when the mistakes were coming, they were coming on the side of Desire, and that can sometimes be the trade-off when you're a big slayer and you put down big damage. Sometimes you are susceptible to making that over push and that overplay, as sometimes you can see he pushed into a base all alone by himself, but Kika was always in the right spot at the right time, putting down some serious numbers, some serious damage for Desire to get some kills. And as we've seen the series play out, they got a 2-0 lead and almost got themselves a reverse sweep. Desire has been on the end of a reverse sweep, if I remember correctly, over in 2017 at Wembley. He was actually reverse sweeped by a couple of Scottish lads and Shabby Dagger, if I remember correctly. So he was making sure that wasn't going to happen again on the main stage here and on the main stream. As the feature came here, they do close out the series 25 kills to 21 on Truth, and a great series. Two back-to-back game 5s. We can't ask for more, Harry.
Yeah, I'm out of breath. My heart rate is through the roof. I'm sure the stream now is heavily delayed because of the fact we've gone to game 5s both times. But I'm looking forward to it. Bring on the next match. And now we have some Division 1 action coming up.
Yeah, it's going to be some tasty Halo action now. And Harry's out of breath. I'm out of breath. Maybe a short break for us till we get the next game going. We'll see you in just a moment.